Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about the F word. Failure. A couple days ago was eviction day. What do I mean by that? There were certain things in my garden that were forcibly removed, evicted from my garden because I'm done. I am done stressing over it. I am finished with coming in the morning, parting the leaves, looking to see what I might have, which is always a big fat nothing. So I'm done. I don't need that. I'm sure you probably don't either, which is why you're watching this video. What's the F word? And yeah, it's failure to grow something. The thing I cannot grow is zucchini. And also in the zucchini family, I have a really tough time growing patty pan squash. And I tend to have a tough time with traditional style crookneck squash as well. And why do I have such a terrible time? Well, they certainly grow big and lush and gorgeous. They completely fill the spots that I have here in my garden now that are available. I have a problem because of a nasty bug called a vine borer. It's terrible, and I've never seen it coming. I have fought with it since I started gardening 5 years ago. Every year, my plants get all big and gorgeous, and then I get a little bit of fruit on it, and then it rots off. That's fine, there's more coming. I get another little fruit, pollinates, oh, then it rots off again. And then, what the heck? My entire plant like keels over like a ruined umbrella in a windstorm. Turns out it's a squash vine borer, and every single year it gets my plants, and every single spring I'm convinced I'm going to win. I'm going to find something that will, you know, be smarter than the bug. I quit. This is my video where I say no longer am I going to try to grow zucchini plants. In fact, I think I'm going to go throw away the seeds. I don't want them anymore. So this is what happens to your squash vine, where it comes out from the dirt right there, and then it gets all just icky. Oh look, and there's a little slug. Refer to the slug video. Oh, we'll just need to deal with him, won't we? But your squash stem will start looking like sawdust, and it will have stuff being like kicked out of it. Oh look, seriously? Slug. So he's giving you a very good example of what's going on inside. This moth thing plants eggs, and then the larva goes and burrows a hole inside your squash vine, and then it will kick out what looks like sawdust, and it's actually called frass, which is just a fancy way of saying grub poop, but it eats your plant from the inside out and rots it at the stem. So that gives you an idea of what your squash stems can look like. Are they dead? In my case, yes. But supposedly what you can do is kind of do an operation on your squash stem, cut it open a little bit, find the grub, take it out, and hope for the best. Sometimes the squash plants will recover. My pumpkin, although I think he's kind of on the way out, but he rooted like 3 feet away from the base of the plant, which was already dying. He rooted down. We'll see what happens and how determined he is. But you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just, gardening's supposed to be fun. There are so many other things that give me joy and happiness in the garden. Cucamelons, you know what? This is one, come here. This is one lush, gorgeous plant over here. Look how gorgeous he is, right there. And he doesn't give me any grief. Nothing eats it. All the boys in my life love eating off that plant, or plants. I don't know how many I've got in there, actually 2 or 3 of them, I think. Cushaws give me great joy. You know what? It's kind of like doing the Marie Kondo thing in your garden. If it doesn't bring you joy, yank it. It's okay. So in the recently vacated spot of a couple squash plants, I have some beautiful basil starts. They're actually holy basil, also known as Tulsi, and I'm going to grow them, and they're going to bring me joy because we're going to dry the leaves and use them as some tea. So I've got some there. I've got some over on the other side as well, right over there. And I think they'll fill in quite nicely and have a good time. The next thing we need to talk about are those poor little collared plants. So what's the point of this video? I'll sum it up. If it doesn't bring you joy and happiness, and if it doesn't perform in the garden, get rid of it. It is okay. Go to a garden nursery store. They probably still have some vegetable starts floating around. If not, post on Facebook what you're looking for. I will bet you somebody has some. Or, I mean, us crazy gardener people that seed start, we almost always have stuff going. I mean, specifically for this problem of tucking in new stuff. So I'll bet somebody in like your local city or neighborhood Facebook gardening group probably has some babies that you could probably have to stick in where you might want to evict some things. So don't be shy of posting that eviction notice. It'll be worth it.